Welcome fellow gamers to Playwave, your ultimate source for gaming solutions that won't drain your wallet. Are you tired of being left out of the gaming world because you have a PC with just 2 GB of RAM and no fancy graphics card? Well, fret not, because today, we've got you covered. In this exciting video, we're embarking on a budget-friendly gaming adventure. We understand that not everyone has the latest gaming rig, and that's why we've meticulously curated a list of the top 5 PC games that are perfectly tailored for your low-spec system. These games not only run smoothly but also promise endless fun without the need for high-end hardware. So, grab your trusty keyboard and mouse, because we're about to unveil the gaming gems that will make your 2 GB RAM PC shine. Whether you're a casual gamer or just looking for some nostalgia, our selection has something for everyone. Without further ado, let's dive into the world of affordable gaming with Playwave. Our first pick is Far Cry 2. The game is set in a fictional African country embroiled in a brutal civil war. The narrative revolves around a nameless mercenary, the player's character, who is tasked with eliminating the enigmatic arms dealer known as the Jackal. The Jackal's involvement in the conflict fuels the chaos and violence in this war-torn land. Far Cry 2 presents players with an expansive open world to explore. As the mercenary, you'll engage in a variety of missions for different factions and allies called buddies. These missions are critical to progress in the game and uncover the story's intricacies. To run this game you will need Windows 7, Windows Vista, or Windows XP. Pentium 4 3.2 GHz, Pentium D 2.66 GHz, AMD Athlon 643500, or better processor. 2 GB RAM and at least 10 GB storage. These specifications ensure smooth gameplay and a rich gaming experience in the African wilderness depicted in Far Cry 2. On number 2 we have Battlefield: Bad Company 2. This is primarily a squad-level first-person shooter set in a contemporary modern warfare scenario. The game features a single-player campaign where players step into the shoes of Preston Marlowe, the protagonist from the original game. Powered by the Frostbite 1.5 engine, it boasts destructible environments. Multiplayer maps offer 5 different game modes and a diverse range of vehicles, aircraft, and emplacements. Critics received the game positively, earning it an average score of 88 on Metacritic for the Xbox 360 and PS3 versions, and 87 for the PC version. It also achieved commercial success, selling over 12 million units since its initial release. Post-launch, the game received 7 VIP map packs and a downloadable game mode. Additionally, there was an expansion pack, Battlefield: Bad Company 2, Vietnam, which focused on the Vietnam War and was released on December 21, 2010. System requirements for the game include Windows XP, Windows Vista, or Windows 7, a dual-core CPU with SSE3, such as Athlon 64X24200 or Pentium D 3 GHz, 2 GB of RAM, and at least 10 GB of hard drive space. On number 3 we have Assassin's Creed 2007. Assassin's Creed is an iconic video game released in 2007, developed by Ubisoft Montreal and published by Ubisoft. It combines elements of action, adventure, and stealth within a sandbox-style open world. The game initially launched for the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3 in November 2007 and later for PC in April 2008. The central premise of the game revolves around a cutting-edge device known as the Animus. This machine allows its user to access and relive the genetic memories of their ancestors. The story unfolds with Desmond Miles, a contemporary bartender who becomes entangled in a centuries-old conflict between 2 secretive organizations, the Knights Templar and the Assassin Order. As Desmond engages with the Animus, players are transported to the 12th century during the tumultuous period of the Third Crusade. Here, they assume the role of Altair ibn Lahad, a skilled assassin operating in the Levant. System requirements for this game are: the supported operating systems for this software are Windows XP and Windows Vista exclusively. In terms of processor requirements, a dual-core processor with a clock speed of 2.6 GHz, specifically the Intel Pentium D or AMD Athlon 64X23800, is the minimum specification recommended. For better performance, it's suggested to have an Intel Core 2 Duo with a 2.2 GHz clock speed or an AMD Athlon 64X24400 or higher. In regards to system memory, Windows XP users should have a minimum of 1 GB of RAM, while Windows Vista users should aim for at least 2 GB of RAM. On number 4 we have Prototype 2. Prototype 2 builds upon its predecessor with several notable enhancements. One of the key changes is the replacement of the muscle mass ability with the tendril power. This new ability adds versatility to the gameplay, allowing players to manipulate and control objects and enemies with tendrils. Combat, movement, and dodging mechanics have seen significant improvements, making for a more fluid and engaging experience. The introduction of the biobomb ability adds an element of large-scale destruction to the game, enabling players to target and eliminate multiple foes at once. The game's environment has also undergone enhancements. It boasts greater destructibility, improved visual quality, weather effects, and a wider range of actions and animations for non-player characters, NPCs. The sonar ability aids players in locating their hunt targets by sending out pulses that return with the general location of a target. For those interested in playing Prototype 2 on a PC, the minimum system requirements include Windows 7, Windows XP, or Windows Vista, 2 GB of RAM, and 10 GB of disk space. These specifications ensure a smooth gaming experience on compatible systems. Our last game is GTA 4. Grand Theft Auto 4 is an open-world video game played from a third-person perspective. The player takes on the role of Niko Bellic in the single-player mode, while there is also an online multiplayer mode for up to 32 players. The game is set in a fictional city but is heavily inspired by New York City. Development for the game began after the release of Grand Theft Auto San Andreas and involved multiple Rockstar studios worldwide. This installment introduced a more realistic and detailed style compared to its predecessors and aimed for a unique storytelling approach. Unlike earlier entries, it didn't draw heavily from cinematic influences. In preparation for creating the open-world environment, the development team conducted field research in New York City. This research included capturing footage that served as reference material for the game's design. Upon its announcement in May 2006, Grand Theft Auto 4 garnered significant anticipation. When it was released, the game received widespread critical acclaim, with particular praise for its narrative and open-world design. It set records in the entertainment industry, becoming the fastest-selling product ever at the time, earning millions of dollars within its first day and week. Regarding system requirements, the game demands 2 GB of RAM for Windows 7 and Windows XP, while Windows Vista requires 2.5 GB of RAM. Additionally, it occupies approximately 18 GB of disk space. To ensure a smooth gaming experience, it's advisable to lower the in-game settings if needed. Thanks for joining us on Playwave, your go-to source for all things gaming. We hope you found our selection of the top 5 games for 2 GB RAM PCs without a graphics card both informative and exciting. If you did, please show your support by giving this video a thumbs up and subscribing to our channel. Remember, gaming isn't about having the most powerful hardware, it's about the experiences you create. So, dust off that 2 GB RAM PC and dive into these amazing games. If you have any questions or suggestions for future content, please leave them in the comments below. We love hearing from our gaming community. Stay connected with Playwave for more gaming guides, reviews, and epic adventures. Until next time, keep gaming and keep having a blast.